Have you ever listened to a native English speaker and felt completely lost, even though you knew every single word? They speak, and it sounds like one long, fast, blurry stream of sound, with no spaces in between. You catch a word here and there, and the rest just melts together. Please take a slow, kind breath, because nothing is wrong with your ears. Here is the quiet secret. Native speakers do not say each word separately, the way it looks on the page. They blend their words smoothly into what we call connected speech. The sounds link, they soften, and sometimes they even disappear. So today, slowly and gently, we will learn the 7 simple ways English connects its sounds. Once you can hear them, fast English will start to feel calm, clear, and easy to follow. So let me explain, softly, what connected speech really is. When we learn English, we usually meet words one at a time, clean and separate, like beads in a row. But when people actually speak, they do not pause between each word. Instead, the end of one word reaches out and touches the beginning of the next. Sounds join hands, weak sounds shrink, and busy little words almost vanish. This is completely normal. Every language does it, including your own. Here is the freeing truth. You do not need to speak this fast yourself to understand it. You only need to know the patterns, so your ear stops searching for silent gaps that are never really there. Today we will gently walk through these 7 patterns one by one with clear examples. By the end, that fast blur will slowly come into focus. Our first feature is the most common one of all, linking a consonant to a vowel. When one word ends in a consonant sound and the next word begins with a vowel sound, English quietly glues them together. So the slow, separate form, an apple, becomes a napple. The N at the end of on jumps over and joins the apple. Listen again. An apple. A napple. The same gentle thing happens everywhere. Turn it off becomes tur, ni tof. Pick it up becomes pi, ki, tu. The words do not really start where your eyes expect them to. Once you expect this soft linking, that blur becomes a smooth, flowing chain of sound. A consonant at the end loves to hold hands with a vowel at the start. Let's gently make this linking your own. Say these slowly first, then let them join. An apple. Now smoothly, a napple. Try another one. An hour becomes a nor. Pick it up becomes pi ki tup. Don't force it, and please don't rush. Just let the last sound of one word slide softly into the next. Say one of these quietly to yourself now, and feel how the 2 words melt together into one easy, flowing stream. Our second feature is a beautiful one, linking vowel to vowel with a tiny glide. When one word ends in a vowel sound, and the next also begins with a vowel sound, English does not leave an awkward gap. Instead, it slips a soft little sound in between, either a gentle Y or a gentle lie. After rounded vowels like oo and o, we add a small W. So go on sounds like go one, and do it sounds like do it. After bright vowels like E and the long I, we add a small Y. So I am sounds like I am. You do not add these sounds on purpose. They happen all by themselves. But once your ear hears that hidden W or Y, those joined up vowels will stop confusing you. Now let's practice these gentle glides. Say go on slowly, then let it smooth into go one. Try I am, and let it become I am. One more. Say do it, softly turning into do, wit. Feel that tiny W or Y appear all by itself, like a little bridge between the 2 vowels. Say one of these quietly to yourself now, and notice how natural and soft that small bridge feels. Our third feature is the quiet heart of English, the weak schwa in small words. Little grammar words like to, for, of, and that are usually not stressed. So their vowel relaxes into a soft, lazy sound we call the schwa. It sounds like a gentle So the word to often becomes ta, as in I want to go. For becomes fear, as in this is fear you. Of becomes uv, as in a cup uv coffee. And the word almost disappears into just an N sound, as in fish in chips. This is not lazy, and it is not wrong. It is correct, natural English. These weak words step back, quietly, so the important words can shine. so please do not strain to hear every tiny word. Many are simply meant to stay soft. Let's gently feel this softness. Say, I want to go, but let to relax into ta. I want to go. Try a cup of coffee, letting of become you, a cup you've coffee. Now say fish and chips with and shrinking down to just n, fish and chips. Let these little words go soft and small. Say one quietly to yourself now and hear how the big words stand out. Our fourth feature is one you have already met, contractions. English loves to squeeze common words together and drop a sound in the middle. You already know that I am becomes I'm and do not becomes don't. But native speakers go much further than the textbook does. I would have becomes I'd have. Should not have becomes shouldn't have. Going to becomes gonna. So a sentence like I would have helped you sounds like I'd have helped you in one quick, gentle breath. These squeezed forms are everywhere in normal speech, and they are perfectly correct. So when you hear a short, blurry middle in a sentence, it is often just 2 or 3 little words, softly folded into one. Expect these contractions, and they will stop catching you by surprise. Now let's practice these gentle squeezes. Say I would have slowly, then fold it together, I'd have. Try should not have becoming shouldn't have. Now say going to, softening into gonna, as in, I'm gonna try. Don't worry about saying them perfectly. Just notice how the middle shrinks while the meaning stays whole. Say one quietly to yourself now and feel how much lighter it becomes. Our fifth feature explains so much of the blur, elision, which simply means drop sounds. To speak smoothly, English often deletes a sound that is hard to say, especially a T or a D sitting between 2 other consonants. So next day loses that first T and becomes next day. The word friend softens, so old friend sounds like old friend. Must be becomes must be. The sound is not lazily forgotten, it is gently smoothed away so the sentence can flow. This is why you sometimes search for a T or a D and cannot find it. It was quietly dropped on purpose. So, if a word ever sounds shorter than you expected, please do not panic. A small sound has just melted out of the way. Let's gently practice dropping a sound. Say next day slowly, then smooth it into next day. Try old friend, letting it become old friend. Now say must be, softening it to must be. Feel how removing that little T or D lets the phrase flow more easily. You are not speaking incorrectly, you are speaking smoothly. Say one quietly to yourself now, and notice how much calmer it feels to let that hard sound go. Our sixth feature is a playful one, assimilation, where 2 sounds meet and blend into a brand new sound. When certain sounds touch, they change, just to make speaking easier. The most famous example is did you, which becomes didja. The D and the Y melt together into a soft J sound. In the same way, would you becomes woulja, and don't you becomes don'tcha. You will also hear want to become wanna, got to become gotta, and have to become hafta. So what do you want to do can sound like what do you want to do. These blends are not careless slang. Educated native speakers use them all day long. Once you recognize didja, wanna, and gotta, whole sentences will snap into focus. Now let's practice these friendly blends. Say did you slowly, then let it melt into didja. Try want to, becoming wanna, as in I want to learn. Now say got to, softening into gotta, as in I gotta go. Don't say each word stiffly and separately. Let the sounds touch and blend. Say one quietly to yourself now and feel how relaxed and natural the blend feels. Our seventh and final feature ties everything together, the rhythm of English. English has a bouncing, almost musical beat. We stress the important content words, the nouns, the main verbs, and the adjectives, and we say them strongly and clearly. But the small grammar words in between, the to, the of, the and, the was, we say quickly and softly. So in the sentence, I was thinking about the book, only thinking and book truly stand out. Everything else stays light and fast, almost a soft mumble between the beats. The stressed words are like firm stepping stones, and the unstressed words are the quick little steps between them. So stop trying to hear every word equally. Listen for the strong beats, and let the rest gently blur. The meaning lives in the stressed words. Let's gently feel this rhythm. Take the sentence, I was thinking about the book. Tap softly on the strong words, thinking, book. Now say it again, letting everything else stay light and quick. I was thinking about the book. Now try. She wanted to go home. Feel the beat rise on the important words and fall on the small ones. Say one short sentence quietly now and let it bounce like calm, gentle music. So let's gently gather our 7 features of connected speech. First, linking a consonant to a vowel so an apple becomes an apple. Second, linking vowel to vowel with a tiny W or Y so go on becomes go one. Third, the weak schwa little words, so too becomes ta, and becomes just n. Fourth, contractions, where I would have becomes I Dave. Fifth, elision, where next day becomes next day. Sixth, assimilation, where did you blends into didya and want to becomes wanna. And seventh, the rhythm of English, where the strong content words shine and the small words stay soft. 7 gentle patterns, and please remember the heart of it all. Fast English is not a wall of noise. It is your familiar words, simply holding hands. You do not need to learn all 7 at once. Choose just one this week and listen for it in songs, shows, and real conversations. Slowly, the blur will turn into music you can follow. Be patient and tender with yourself. Your listening is growing, one sound at a time. And before we finish, if this calm lesson helped you, please take a second to subscribe and leave a like. It quietly helps this channel grow, so we can keep learning together. Now go and listen for one connected sound today. And take care.